just don't care.
Welcome to the Kombat AllStar Show, brought to you by Quantum VFX, making the impossible possible. I am, as always, the Kombat AllStar. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at that TV. Big TV, new set, everything's new. I upgraded, man. Y'all been watching my videos. I made a little bit more money, you know what I mean? Clicking on those advertisements and everything. Renovated. Nice job, huh? Nice job. Look at that TV. Look at the TV. It like wraps around me and everything. I'm gonna be able to show you all kinds of stuff real big. Yeah. Let's talk comic books. In comic books, I want to talk about a few things. The first thing I want to talk about is Venom. Marvel has recently redone Venom. And his new costume, interesting. Very interesting. I like the costume because it's more alien than monster, which makes a lot more sense because he's a symbiote from outer space. So I do like the costume. I love everything about it. Is it Venom? That's the thing I have a problem with because I'm attached to the classic Venom costume. So, I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's a good costume, it's a good design. I think it's maybe too little too late. Everyone knows Venom as the monster piranha looking guy, you know, that looks more fish-like than alien. So I'm kind of attached to the old Venom and what the old Venom looked like. I mean, you guys can see for yourself on the big screen TV. Yeah. So, tell me what you think. Get a little dialogue below. I might even start it just to see what you guys think about the new Venom costume. Also, wanted to get your thoughts, not really get your thoughts, but wanted you to be aware of the Marvel vs. DC comic book. If you don't know, it's old, it's been out since the 90s. It's a really good story about two universes that don't know they exist. They turn, realize they both exist, and then they have a little, I don't know, like there can only be one type of deal. So they both look at each other, they realize there can only be one universe, so each universe picks their 20 champions, and they're mixed up of villains and good guys, and they all have to square against each other. So, you know, if you know, one person's fighting another person, they score a point for their universe. So, I mean, you have matchups like Storm versus Wonder Woman, you got Shazam versus Thor, you got Catwoman versus Elektra, you got, you know, Spider-Man versus Superboy, then you got Superman versus the Hulk. I mean, it's Lobo versus Wolverine. It's really, really cool. And I'm not going to ruin the ending for you guys, but it's pretty sweet. And then the twist in it is just awesome. The twist is something you never, you know, kind of expect, but they do merge some villains and, well, all the villains and all the heroes. So you get some really cool mergers out of that. I mean, Batclaw being Wolverine and Batman. And then you have Hyena, which is Joker and Sabretooth. So two mortal enemies versus the two heroes. It's really, really cool. So if you haven't already checked it out, go pick it up. If you don't know about it, you do now. Let's talk wrestling. In wrestling, it seems like the same old tune. The same old tune. Everybody's stepping it up. Lucha Underground, always amazing. NXT, always amazing. You got TNA even. Did I say TNA? TNA, really good stuff. Hearing nothing but good things from the competitors, even Ring of Honor. Everybody stepping up. This really seems like the year of wrestling, and I think WWE took notice. They had the Raw reunion this week, and it was pretty awesome, I gotta say. All the matches were good. Everybody worked great in the ring. The promos were really awesome. A lot of people came back, of course. You had the Generation X. You had the APA was there. The Ascension was there. I mean, you had NWO, X-Pac, and Scott Hall were there. I mean, everybody and their mama was there. Ric Flair was there. Shawn Michaels was there. Hulk Hogan was there. Everybody was there. So, I mean, it was a really good Raw. They actually had Sting come out and, you know, meddle in Seth Rollins' match with John Cena. And now you got Ziggler and Ryback. and Rowan coming back. So it's looking really interesting, and you can tell it's WrestleMania season. As you all know, the Royal Rumble is the beginning of WrestleMania, so they're kicking it up a notch like they always do. I mean, this was the go home Raw for Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is Sunday, so you know it's going to be pretty epic, and they're trying to shape it and get that road to WrestleMania going with those tickets to sell. I mean, of course. So, like I'm saying, it was a really good Raw. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect much from it. It was awesome. I still don't think it was as good as the other promotions, like Lucha Underground. I mean, they're literally my favorite right now. NXT, always great. Like all the promotions that I mentioned before, they're all killing it. They're all doing a great job. So, I mean, if they don't put on some quality shows pretty soon and keep it going from that Raw reunion, I mean, they're going to be in some serious trouble. There's a lot of companies out there that are coming up that are gunning for them. So beware, WWE. And nice job, too. Good product. You know what we want. Why don't you give it to us more often?
Let's talk video games.
In gaming, not too much has been going on. The Evolve beta did come out, which was pretty cool. I didn't want to talk about it at first because I already talked about Evolve last week with the monster and everything that came out, the new monster Behemoth. So, gonna talk about it anyway. You guys kind of already know what I think about the game and how it plays and everything. So, Random Girl, what do you think about it?
Well, I actually don't think it was a too bad game. Like, the look of it and everything was nice. A lot of action-packed things going on. But, I don't know. It seemed kind of strange. Like, the game didn't really seem like 100% like full or complete or like all together. It just seemed kind of like it wasn't complete, so.
What do you mean? Like, the story mode or?
I don't know, like, just when, you know, like, you have the monster and you have, you know, the group of people trying to kill the monster and everything, it just didn't feel like a complete game. Like, I don't know, it just seemed too all over the place. It just didn't seem complete to me. Also, yeah, with the story mode too, it just seemed kind of half-cocked.
Well, it was a beta, so I mean, they have time to work on it. We don't know, I mean, we saw some trailers about what the story was going to be, but I don't know. I guess we just have to wait and see what's going to go on. I mean, as far as the gameplay and everything, I thought it was pretty solid. It's interesting because when you have a group of people that's really, you know, that are your friends that you know, the game is really awesome. But I feel like when you play with other people, they're not so talkative, and it's a team-oriented game.
Talk, people! And
it makes the game not cool. You know, not cool, not cool, but just not as fun as it could have been with other people. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, the more people to talk, the more you have going on. It's like, it makes it funner, you know? It's like, it's a multiplayer game. You want to keep it going. You want to keep the, you know, the action going, the communication going. It just makes the game funner.
Huh. I agree. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know.
Let's talk visual effects.
In visual effects, a lot has been going on this week. Not all of it good. Most of it's pretty bad. There were things like the visual effects. There was some visual effects organization that was just a bunch of artists trying to get together to stop the subsidies, and it didn't work out. Funding fell apart. A lot of those guys that were a part of that lost their jobs, so they couldn't continue to move forward. I'm going to post a Variety article below so you guys can take a look at that. Not going to dwell on too many bad stuff in this episode, so I'm just going to kind of lightly talk over it and then post a link below in the description so you can read all about it on Variety. Also, there was DreamWorks. They laid off a lot of people this week, close to 500, and it's been a really bad week for visual effects. One of the good things that came out of it, though, is Cinefx wrote an article. If you don't know, Cinefx is an annually visual effects magazine that comes out for visual effects artists or anybody who's interested in visual effects. It's a really good read. Go pick it up. Go check it out. They're on Twitter. I mean, it's really good stuff. But they wrote an article that was along the lines of what inspired you to become a visual effects artist was the question. And they took a studio, Framestore, and they asked a bunch of their employees what inspired them to be visual effects artists. It was really interesting to see some of the answers. Some of them were very, very good, insightful answers, and some of them were very shallow, like I just needed a job or I just wanted some money. So go and check it out. I'm leaving the link below. And I'm actually interested to know what drives you. All of the people that watch this show, I know you have some sort of passion. Is there something that drives you out there? Is there what's your motivation for doing whatever it is you want to do? Maybe you're building something. Maybe you're building towards something. Maybe you just started a career, or maybe there's something that you want to aspire to. Maybe you're in school and you're thinking about, going to college, or you're in college and you're thinking about graduating. What job do you want to get when you get out? Just what inspires you? What motivates you? I'm really interested to know what more people think about their futures and what kind of is their fuel for getting there. So feel free to comment below. I think I might start a little dialect below just to get it going. I would really like to know what you guys think and what motivates you and fuels you to do what you want to do, and what, just what it is that makes you want to pursue your dreams. Thank you all for watching the Kombat AllStar show. It was a pleasure doing it as always. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. Feel free to contact me at Kombat AllStar on Twitter, or at Quantum VFX, which I prefer, as you all know. #AskCast. So, again, thank you, and see you guys next week. And